Hey, we here for another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered, where we're talking sports talk all the time, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot going on in the world of sports. First of all, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's good? What's
Yo,
going on?
yo, what up?
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get into a couple things, man, to talk about. Let's talk about. We
Where
always
am I?
started off.
I can't see.
Well, you can't see how.
What you got me doing, man? I can't see y'all.
All right, well, you need to come out and
None of
come back
y'all.
in. You need to come out
Yeah,
and
bro,
come back
that's you,
in.
cause
That's
y'all
you.
look great to me. Everybody lighting look good.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. How coming back in. We'll get into it here, man. It won't take him long to get back in. He's always got a delay on his audio too. I don't know what's up with that. There you go, right there.
Cause he be in Texas.
Messing with that Android.
Well.
There you
Yeah, he
go.
be in Texas. We
Man,
in Virginia, man.
You good, Howard?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. All right, man, let's go ahead and start out with the Colorado, man. The Colorado Buffaloes with Deion Sanders being the coach, man. They lost to Oregon State. I think it was, what was it, 46-2 or something like that?
I think it was 42
42
to
to
6.
6.
42 to 6. 42
Yeah,
to 6.
6. There you
Whatever
go.
it was a beat down on the Buffaloes. All right, what's your thoughts? I know Elliott really kind of knew that this would happen. He kind of called this out when he did it. But so
Hey,
we'll start with you, Howard. Your thoughts on the game and why they lost, and then we'll go to Tony, and then we'll let Elliott take the last comments on this.
Well, first and foremost, man, I actually thought they would compete. Their offense would compete, but I don't know if they had a layover or whatever. But that wasn't the same team that we've been seeing for the last 3 weeks. First off, um, I do believe Oregon was a better team. We knew that, but at the same time, the situation with their defense uh, is really, really, really a problem. Tony has said it a few times as far as their D line, even their offensive line. Them guys out there, they're bigger. They played a good game, man. Oregon played a good game. Colorado didn't show up. No factors of the game. They did not show up, and I was shocked at it. Um, but maybe they thinking about Travis. Maybe they were thinking about Travis not being there. I don't know. But Oregon's a good team. Oregon is a good team, but they still not gonna win the pack. They still not gonna win the title for the pack. Pack was it Pac 12, Pac 10, Pac 12? They're not gonna win the title.
Who's not gonna win the title?
Oregon, Oregon. They not. They're not.
All right, Tone.
And I know I don't want to get on the fact of what the hold up, Tone. What the coach said in the locker room to his boys. I think that was a jab. Well, they're always jabbing at Dion right now, but I think that was a jab at the kids as well as what he said. They come to play the game. They not uh, 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 what was
Well,
the word that he used,
we were gonna
Tony? What
talk
was the
about
word he
that next.
used?
We were gonna talk about next.
Rooted in substance, not flash. Rooted in substance. Today, we talk with our pads. You talk with your helmet, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins.
All right. All right, go ahead, Tom. What you got?
Two things. Two things. That
Go
was
ahead, Tom.
garbage. That's haterade right there. But this is exactly what I
Period.
said when we were talking before. Oregon has this. I mean, Colorado has the skilled players to play with everyone, but this is the first time that they ran up against a program that really has put in the effort to build those offensive and defensive lines. The reality is, when those guys were running, they were out there, and running backs weren't getting touched until 7 8 yards down the field. It was just a situation. I agree with Dion. This is the worst that they're going to be, because you know what, they're doing it for the clicks, but that's that's real rich coming out of the mouth of a team that's got 70 different uniform combination. What are they doing that for? No other team has that. They're doing it for clicks. So that was just embarrassing. But the teams that they're going to run into problems with, who have that kind of explosive offense, they're going to run into that kind of problem with USC. They will probably run into that problem with Utah, because Utah has an NFL defense, but Utah's not going to score like that on Colorado. They'll score, but they'll score like in the way that TCU did, or in the way that, Nebraska didn't score. They'll score more like TCU. It'll be closer. I think they have a chance to win the games against the rest of the teams in the
They like
Pac-12,
running the ball more. They like running the ball
except
more than
Washington.
passing.
Yeah, except Washington. Washington's a problem. USC's a problem. Those to me are
Washington
guaranteed
problem.
losses.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Utah is a probable loss, but I think they have a chance to win all the rest of them. That's against everything else. So it is what it is. Dion just has not had enough time to get those guys that he needs to compete on that level in the trenches. And this game went, I didn't think it was going to be this much of a blowout, but as far as the dominance of the lines, it went exactly how I thought it was going to go, and it's how I've been calling it, and what I said the problem was with Dion. But I still think they win 7 games, because I think they're just explosive enough on the offensive end to stay in games with teams that don't have great defenses.
Elliot.
I don't think they're going to win 7 8 games. They're still going to. It's going to be about 5. I think what happened this weekend, they just finally ran up against a program with a defense. The offensive line, I don't think they ain't built for the USC's, the Oregons. Um, I think this is not
Right
the
now,
worst it's gonna get, but they have already overachieved. They have won 3 games. I think they have done, to me, more than what was expected. Now anything else is a bonus. I give them 2 more games at the most.
All right, I saw you, Elliot, flinch a little, not flinch, but I saw you do something with your eyes. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I saw with a couple of comments that Howard and Tony made about this. So I want to play it again, and then I want to get your response to it.
Rooted in substance, not flash. Rooted in substance. Today, we talk with our pads. You talk with your helmet, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins.
All right, Elliot, what did you think about that statement right there, or the coach saying that and doing that?
I saw nothing wrong with it. I've heard a lot of things. I read a lot of things. It's a motivation
Childish.
speech. It's
That
a
was childish.
but it's a motivation speech for your team. You
man,
trying to get your team
ain't nothing
hype
motivational.
amped
What's
up for the
motivational
game.
about that? What's motivational about a click?
Did he,
I don't.
did
Yeah.
he
That's
say
not
anything
motivation.
bad? Did he say
Here's the
anything
thing. No,
derogatory?
here's the thing.
That's not
All
motivation.
He did not.
all of these
What's
coaches, Elliot,
he
No, I
trying to
ain't
get his
saying that.
team
everybody
That's
up
not
for the
motivation.
game?
Elliot,
Why is not?
everybody
Okay, I'm
else. Here's the
listening.
thing. why you can't motivate your team? Like, why do you have to tear down another
Oh,
program to
Tony
motivate
won't
your
turn it
guys?
down.
What do you mean?
Freedom
What
of
do you mean?
speech. It was a comment.
It is freedom of speech,
I
right? But
it,
here's the thing. I say this, Elliot. I want him to have that same energy when they go to a bowl game and have to
I
play
agree.
Ohio State or a Georgia or even a Alabama who took their losses. I want to see if he got that same energy when he's matching talent for talent. Now it's going to see how good a coach you are. And what I'm saying is, Deion Sanders is doing exactly what he was supposed to do. I
they
never
ain't gonna
thought
get
they
there, Tom.
had for
They
it.
ain't gonna get there.
I never no, because
They'll
you
I'm
know the
get
not
to a
saying they're
situation,
bowl.
gonna get
man.
there
You're going
either.
They'll get to a
Hey,
bowl,
ho,
but they ain't
ho,
gonna
ho,
get
ho,
it to
ho,
one of
ho,
the
ho,
elite
ho.
teams.
Listen. Y'all,
As
so
many
that,
people
that,
watched this
go ahead,
game,
go
they
ahead, Elliot.
didn't watch it to see Oregon. They didn't watch it to see Oregon. They watched it to see Colorado and Dion, and that's part of the hate. I mean, this program don't get that kind of
Well, can y'all
look.
hold on? Let me see something. Do y'all?
That ain't part. That's all the hate.
What was wrong? What was wrong with what Oregon? Like Elliot said, he talking to his team, telling them. Let me ask you a question.
He talking to his team with cameras in the room. He knew exactly what was going to happen.
He
I mean,
wanted the cameras in the room,
who's
but
the
Dion do
master
the
of
same
having
thing.
Come on,
cameras?
Bishop.
Who's the master of having
Dion,
cameras in the room? I mean,
Right
come
now,
on,
watch this.
Dion,
come on. I mean,
Now
are you
watch this.
serious?
prime time.
Prime
No. Hold
time
on.
is the master
I
of
get it.
having
I get
cameras in the
exactly
room.
what
That's
you're
what
saying.
he
No,
do.
listen. I
Entertain
get
them.
exactly what you're saying. But name the one time that you've heard a speech from Dion or anybody from his team where he said something negative or derogatory about the other team. All
That
he
wasn't
does is tell his
derogatory.
guys
How was
to
that
say
derogatory? Tell me, how was
to
it
say
derogatory?
to say that they're all style, no
I think it
substance,
was. I think it was
and
out of. It
and
was. It
they
was.
playing for clicks.
You don't think they playing for? You don't think part of what Dion doing is for clicks?
It's for
It's for
entertainment.
it's for, hold on, it's for recruiting. And the one thing I
And
can
that
say,
ain't for
hold on,
clicks.
but
Same
watch this.
thing.
Hold on, watch this. And it's the one thing I will say that Oregon better be glad that the Pac-10 is disbanding, and
It ain't the same thing.
they're gonna have
Why
a
it ain't the
whole
same thing? How
different ball
explain it
game
to
when
me?
they playing in the Big 12 next year. I mean the Big
Ex-
10, whatever.
explain how. Why isn't it for clicks?
It ain't the same thing, man. He trying to down them kids over there, man. That ain't the same thing.
Nah. Why is
That's
this? Why
just
you
my
ain't
take
explained
on it.
it?
He ain't
That ain't the
saying
But you
nothing
same
ain't.
about the
thing.
But you ain't.
kids.
But
And
you
he's
didn't.
jealous. And he's jealous.
And that might
And
be,
he's
but
jealous. Listen. Since he want to say something about clicks, if and you just said out your mouth, Elliot. If it wasn't for Colorado playing them Saturday, they wouldn't even be visit. They wouldn't even be on the TV, man.
and
So
you're
he
right.
should
That's
he
what
should
I'm
be
saying.
excited about
He taking
they played
advantage of his
Colorado.
spotlight.
You don't think he's trying to make sure his
But
team don't take this game lightly?
Yeah, you know how you make sure a team don't take a team lightly.
everybody
You
gonna play
say
Colorado.
you
Ain't gonna take it
say
lightly,
you
Bishop.
say these
Well,
boys out
why
here.
do y'all think?
Nobody
Why do you
is.
think? Why do you think they not gonna take Colorado lightly now? Why do you think?
Nobody's taking. They gunning for him.
Why?
Because of the attention.
Why? Why they getting their
First of
attention?
all,
They gunning
wait a minute,
for
whoa,
him.
whoa.
It's just this.
Hey,
How many coaches
they
have you known ever?
When you,
Hold it, Bishop.
okay,
How
go ahead.
many
they
coaches
hate.
have you known has ever had this much attention in college football?
Nobody.
How many
Nobody
Nobody.
has this many
have
clicks.
ever had this attention in for a program in this college football like this?
Nobody got this many clicks. How many coaches you know put their mom up on the social media for the halftime pregame speech?
Hmm.
How many coaches do that?
Hmm.
How many
I don't
coaches put
know.
their?
Hey,
I mean, y'all,
hold
come
on, hold
on,
on.
No.
man,
Hey,
come
look.
on, y'all.
All I'm
You
saying
can't.
is
You cannot
the
have
hate
No,
it
is
both
real.
ways.
no,
You can't have
no.
it
All
both
I'm
ways.
saying is that
You can't.
the hate
Come
is real.
on, man.
Here's
So
my
that
You.
hate
here's
can't
my
go
thing.
both ways. I
Here's my
mean,
thing.
that's the
When
beauty of
you
the
when you
sport.
That's the
when you
beauty.
when you play every game in three uniforms, the home, away, and alternative, then you tell me about not doing stuff for clicks. The only reason why Oregon is a program is because
What?
Phil Knight dumping his money into it for
What
clicks.
other coach have play my theme music on social media?
Right.
What other coach do that? If that's not for clicks, I don't know what is for clicks.
Yeah, man, this that good old boy hating the new thing coming up. That's all that
No,
is, bro.
I think all that coach was trying to do. He had that
It's
little
hate, man.
line He had that little line that he wanted to say on TV. He
Yep.
had been practicing it. He had
He
been
had been
rehearsing
practicing.
it, and he
They didn't
got this
even
was
get
the
And you
excited
know
time.
about
what?
what he said,
And you
man.
know what? He might
They didn't even get
didn't even
excited
come
about
up
what he
with it.
said, man. That's the
What
thing
you
about
say?
it.
He
Only
probably
person
didn't come up
they
with
didn't
it,
even
but
get
he
excited
used
about
it.
what he said. None of them.
I think, man, y'all.
Nobody care about that mess, man.
Man, you
Coach, you ain't
cannot
got to
get up.
tell us what to do. We
You
know what we're
So
gonna do out
next,
on the
you
field.
you
cannot
gonna
get
say is
upset.
racist?
No, I ain't say nothing about it being racist, but that's part of it.
Okay. Oh no,
Oh,
now
come
that I don't
on,
think
come
so.
on.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
I
man.
don't
don't.
It's
think
Come
so on
on,
listen.
that
man.
one,
I
No,
Tom.
don't
no,
think
no,
so
no,
either,
no.
man.
Hold
I
on.
don't
Wait a
think so.
minute. Wait. No. They hate the
You
way he's
can't
doing
get.
business. No, listen. Hold on. They hate the way he's doing business. Think about it. All these coaches, like you got people like the reason why Clemson ain't winning no more is because Dabo Sweeney hates the transfer portal because he doesn't like that. Deion Sanders built his entire team off of the transfer portal. There are coaches that hate that. Why? Because they got a player that's sitting on the bench that they want to stash him away for 2 years, and they know somebody like Deion Sanders can make a phone call and that player leave Oregon and go to Colorado. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of this kind of hate on what Deion is doing throughout the coaching fraternity. And when you, like I said, my thing is you can big yourself up without trying to tear somebody else down, and that's all I'm saying. They do that, and now he's
But
having his
why was
moment,
that? I mean, how was
and
that
then
turn?
and then
Why
two
was
And
that
weeks from
turn up down?
now, and then 2 weeks from now, Michael Penix is gonna put up another record, and Oregon is gonna lose their first game, and then 3 weeks from
My
now, or
opinion,
four
I'm
weeks
with you,
from
Tom.
now, USC is gonna beat the brakes off them, and then the next week they're gonna lose to Utah. And so what I'm saying is, bruh, this is what it is, homie. That's just what it is. Because you know what? What I saw from that team out there, I saw a team that was
I want to
playing
hear him say the
against a
same thing
team
he said
that
about
lost all
Colorado.
these games. They done lost 40 games in the last 4 years. They keep losing.
Listen, y'all. All the thing I'm saying is, if your motto is we coming, and then after you win a few games, you say we here.
They are here.
You can't. I know, but you cannot get upset then when somebody
no.
else come and say the Cinderella story is over and they playing for clicks and we playing for win. You can't get
Well, Dion
upset.
didn't get upset. He didn't get
Dion
upset.
did. We
I'm
we
upset
upset
about it.
I'm
for him.
not saying
Yeah.
D. I'm talking
I'm
about
upset
y'all. I
about
ain't
it. It
talking
ain't
about
Dion. I'm
Dion.
upset
I ain't
about it. I
talking
don't like
about
what he
Dion.
said.
I'm not talking about Dion getting upset. I'm talking about the camera one and camera
Well,
two
that's
guy
just it.
getting upset. I ain't talking about Dion no more, y'all. You
He
can't get
ain't
upset.
get.
I don't like haters.
Well, we.
Why does that gotta
But
be?
that's
I
why
Why
didn't
the
like
why
it.
he
game
gotta
coming.
be a
I didn't
hater?
like it,
Trash
and I
talking.
ain't gonna like it.
Why he gotta
That's
be
I
a
ain't gonna
trash
hater?
like it.
talking.
And Dion ain't a gloater. I don't
Cause see,
understand why.
Wait,
Bishop, you don't think he,
Deion Sanders
so?
ain't
You
said
really,
nothing about no other team.
I ain't. I mean,
you really,
he ain't gotta
you
say
really,
nothing
you
about
really
no
think
other
you
team.
really don't think he's a hater?
I'm saying he
Come
can
on,
be a
man.
hater. He can be a hater. But what's wrong with that comment
You
he
don't
said?
think he a hater?
I'm not saying. I think they all
You
hating
don't
on him.
think
I
you
think they
don't
all
think the
hating
guy
on
from
him.
Nebraska's a hater?
Yeah, but I think
All
they
of
all hating.
they
But what I'm
And
saying
and
is,
Colorado
jealous
State,
let me
and
ask you this.
jealous.
Let me ask you this. You think Colorado's swagger is creating a bullseye on their on their
Some
back?
of them.
absolutely, absolutely.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
agree with that.
That's that swagger that they walk in. I
Absolutely.
mean, they holding up. Josh Sanders is holding his wrist up with the rollie on the wrist. I mean, come on, man. Y'all don't think that that's what you don't think that that's causing teams that's a lot better than them have a reason to get up for them when they probably don't shouldn't. Colorado is not in Oregon's league right now. It shouldn't
They're
even. They
not.
should be looking at them like this is an easy win on the schedule. We're gonna go out there and get ready for our next team next week. But because of the swagger that Colorado is walking around with, you don't think that teams are gonna say stuff like this? You don't think that guy, forget the camera, you don't think he's saying that in the locker room even when the camera not on?
Man, the man the man intentionally wanted to run the score up, Bishop. I don't care what you say, man. That's hate,
Why
man, and
wouldn't
that's
you?
That's
bull.
football, man. They do that every
Come
week
I
in
ain't
on.
gonna say
college.
Yeah,
everything I
yeah.
want. That's bull.
They
Man,
do
why
that every
wouldn't
Stop it,
week in
he?
man.
So
college.
you
That
mean to
ain't
tell
no
me
football, man.
you mean to
That
tell
ain't
me
no football,
they
man.
ran
Uh,
what they football?
what is football? What's football? What's football? What's football? I say, what y'all call
Well,
y'all?
I mean, what
Elliot,
is he supposed?
that's
What they
football,
supposed to be
man.
doing,
No, it's
man?
not, man.
No, that
That's
you
what
That's
know
they
not
what?
football.
What
do.
Trying to
running the
trying to
score
trying
up?
to trying to run a
No,
score. That
that
ain't
wasn't running the score up. What
that
running the
ain't
score up
football,
was what
man.
the
That's not
Dolphins
football,
did
man.
to the
Come
Broncos.
on, Bishop.
That was running.
Y'all know better, man.
Y'all crazy.
That was running the score up.
I ain't say that. I ain't say
Hey,
that, Tony.
hey, man,
I
I'm just
did.
saying that
That's why
won't
I
run the
got on
score up.
all black. That's why I got
People,
on all
listen,
black.
Colorado, they're gonna have to take it, man. They're gonna have to
They do.
take it.
And
They're
you
gonna
know,
have to
and you
take
know
it.
what? And you know
They're
what?
gonna have to
He
take it.
is taking it. He is
And
taking
he
it.
is
Bishop,
taking it.
he said himself. He said
All right, Elliot. I'm going to leave this topic, Elliot. But you don't think it was no problem with what the coach Oregon
it's
I
coach
all
don't
did?
think it
good.
was no problem. It's
You
part of
better get me.
motivating your players, getting them up
I'm a
for
hey look,
game
hey
time.
look,
That's all it
I'm
was.
gonna get a new T-shirt. I'm gonna get a new T-shirt next week, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it
What
and
is gonna
say, "You
say?
better get me now." That's all I gotta say from there. You better get me now. Simple
And
as that.
listen, and I agree with Dion. Dion, in a couple years,
You
if he
better
stay,
get me
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if he stay, in a couple
If
years,
he stay,
if he stay, in a couple years, he gonna be tough.
I think it's next year.
Hey,
I think it's
Shador
next
not
year.
coming out. He said he's coming back.
He gonna be there. I
And
think it's next
so
year.
with
Cause Shadua still
Shador
got another year.
coming
I
back,
think it's next year.
I don't know though, man. I think Travis might leave. That because Travis don't have Dion money.
No, he got money. Travis got money. You seen his house? That
Oh
NIL
yeah.
money. That
Oh
NIL
yeah.
money is enough to keep him in now. They ain't got a that he in the millions. I bet you. Travis is in the millions in the NIL money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that that all of that's over with. You having the lead to go in the league now.
And
It
I'm
ain't
gonna
Oh,
tell
most
NFL
definitely.
money.
and I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh
The
yeah.
only thing that would have been different
I'm glad for him, man.
With Travis
I'm so
being there,
glad
I
for him.
think Colorado would have scored a little more. Colorado still would have been able to run the ball, but number 14 would not have been getting them passes the way
Man,
he got
listen,
them
man.
passes.
Only
No,
thing Travis
there is
Hunter would have done is made
it
it
stopped number
42-9.
14. He would have
He'd
stopped
have
their
made it
receiver.
the score would have been 42-11.
42
Okay, now
11.
you now
I
you
mean,
you
I'm
you
being serious. That one dude couldn't stop that, man. Them boys was on
no no
another
no no no
league,
Stop,
man.
no
Bishop.
no no no. What I'm
I'm being
saying is
serious. Hold on.
No,
no
man.
Y'all think
no
Travis Hunter been in the game would have made
no
the game
no.
would have been
You didn't hear
14
what I
points
said.
more.
You didn't hear what I said.
Okay.
The passes that they threw one on one to number 14 would not have happened if Hunter
Yeah,
was
they will score more
protecting him.
points.
If Hunter was the one guarding
I
him,
gave them 5 more points. How many more points you think they would have scored? No, I'm saying he said to score more points. I said it. I gave him 5 more points. How many more
you
points?
can't even score 5. They would have had to get a safety.
They would have got a safety then. He would have got a safety. My
They
point
they
is
would have.
that line was horrible, man.
It was, man. It
That
was.
line was
Yeah,
horrible. Shador was
And
stepped back and they was in his grill before
yeah,
he got the
and
ball
the
back.
Shiloh
whole
and
game,
Shiloh
man.
got hurt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
no,
I
and
agree
what's
with
funny? So for people who didn't watch the game, and I really hate when
you. Right.
commentators do this, they were like, Shador is holding the ball too long. I'm like, wait a minute, 2.5 seconds is too long. There was nobody open. Oregon put everybody guarding everybody, and they rushed with 3 or 4, and they were still getting back there within 2.5 seconds
They
every
were.
time. There is no
Yeah,
quarterback. Tom Brady would have took a L just like that with that line playing like that.
But they still. Hey Tony,
yeah.
they were still. They still were blitzing off that end, man. They were blitzing off that end like crazy.
No, Howard.
They
That
were
that
blitzing
that
off the
that
end like crazy.
that D end that was
It's like
blitzing, that outside linebacker that was blitzing, it
they were
wasn't a
coming off of
blitz.
the.
A blitz is when you send 5. When you send 4, it's not considered. So they had a 3-man front, and one of the linebackers went. They were rushing with either 3 or 4 every time. And with Edwards, I love Edwards, but the dude is small. When he was getting the ball, they were manhandling him.
Oh,
They were
they
throwing
brought
him
up this.
around.
They brought up the corner. The corner
Yeah, they
blitzed
were
about 3 times.
right. And then they would
Yeah.
drop a DN in the flat. What I'm saying is they were running like zone
The
blitzes.
corner
So the
blitzed about
DN,
3 times. He came up.
but
It
they
was
but they
5.
were only but they were still only rushing 4. They maybe
Yeah, I
rushed
get that.
5. They
Right.
maybe
The
rushed
offensive
5.
line
It was
couldn't
bad,
handle
man.
them at
It was
all.
bad,
He
Elliot. It was bad, Elliot. You're
He
right.
just ain't.
It's the offense, but it's what I said. Dion, his entire offensive line except for one person is new this year. They brought them all in,
Yeah,
man. That I mean,
Yeah.
they need everybody to be new next year too.
no, you know what? I
They
don't
should
think
have
that
put
because
two tight ends in there.
anybody that tells you offensive line is about cohesion. So even if like you can take players that aren't as talented as the player across from them, but they play together in a system and they got the system down and you can slow things up. Man, I'm telling you,
I
man,
agree.
that
I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying 100%. Just not that crew. No, I'm just saying that's that crew. That crew just not. They not on the same. See, you doing exactly what you become exactly what you said Dion was great at, which
what's
is
that?
which was a phenomenal point yesterday. I've been thinking about it all week, which was a great point you said. Is Dion got them believing that their problem is they're not doing their job, not the problem is the other guy is just better than you.
Right, right.
And that line is not gonna get bigger in a year.
No, they might though. You bring in the right strength and conditioning coaches. You get those actual players can get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, yes, it
You
is.
bring in a good
Yes, it
offensive
is.
line coach. They can
Watch what
learn
I
better
tell you.
technique. In other
Yes,
words,
they
they
are.
can actually get better.
All right. Well,
Yes, they are.
I think what
I
we all
think they
should
need to
do,
get bigger
and not bigger in strength and conditioning
immediately.
coach. They need to come bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to
Come
come.
bigger.
They need to come a little bit bigger. they, they don't need to get bigger by strength and conditioning. They need to sign some more people. And look, man, I'm rooting for Dion. I want
Yeah.
Dion to win. I want him, but I think sometimes we just got to be realistic. The swagger that they going with is causing them coaches to be upset about that. They ain't no.
It
It won't
is.
no.
They
It
can't
won't
stand it.
no. It won't no humility in them 3 wins that they had when they went 3-0. It won't no
No, no, it
humility.
was.
It
What do
won't.
you mean? Dion said we didn't play perfect. We did some things right. Our
That's
guys
not
are doing it.
humility.
We
No,
coming
no.
together.
When
What's
you say we coming, but then we here now, ain't no humility in that. Ain't no humility in that. When you got
You
ain't
got
no
a point,
humility.
Bishop. You're right.
When
they
you got
are
your
a
mom, when
respectable
you got your
He
program.
said
mother,
we coming.
when you got your mother doing the pregame speech, and it was beautiful, by the way, too. I enjoyed it, but that ain't humility. That ain't humility. You can't have her up there talking some kick a. You can't do that. All right, let's go. Let's go for
And
our.
then don't bring Lil Wayne out the
Yeah,
tunnel
you
with him.
can't bring you
Come
can't
on.
bring Lil Wayne out to walk your team on the field. That ain't nothing humility about that. You got every former NFL player on your line on your sideline. Listen, anytime you can get Kawhi Leonard to come out to a game and he don't go to
Yo,
his
man.
own games,
Hey,
you
and
know what? That's a
he
Don't
thought he
get
was still sitting in his living room too. He didn't even look like he came out
hey,
there looking like he was just sitting in
hey,
his living room. He like,
Kawhi don't go to his own games. He'll
That's
go to
some
the
good
Clipper
stuff
game.
there.
You know what I'm saying? He don't come to
you
the
know what?
Clipper
Hey,
game.
hey, Kawhi, I just want you to know that the
I'm
views
done.
expressed by camera
I'm
number
done with that
three
one.
do not reflect the views
That's
of
a
every
good one.
person on this
That's a
It
on
does
good
this.
one.
not reflect
That's a
everybody.
good
I'm
one.
just saying he'll go to his own games and he at the Colorado game. Come on, man. Hey, we gonna forget about him. Hey, look, let's talk about the Cowboys' loss to the Cardinals, man. What happened? We all said the Cowboys. We chose the Cowboys in the Who You
Mhm.
Got segment, and they lost to the Cowboys. And I was talking to somebody, and they was like, "Man, the Cardinals cheated. The Cardinals cheated." Come on,
No,
man.
I
okay,
think it was
let
just a
me let
mental
me
breakdown, man.
no no
I don't think
let
the
me tell
better
you
team won.
Keep going,
that
No,
Elliot.
I don't think so. I don't think the better team won. I think the Cowboys was looking ahead. They had already counted that as a win, and they just didn't play. They didn't play to their capabilities that
I,
game.
I'm sorry, but I have to respectfully disagree with you. I agree with you on one point. The better team did not win. Okay, the better team did not win. However, I feel like, and it's something that I told y'all when everybody was getting hype over the Cowboys. I feel like they faced an offensive line that could do what? Run at Micah Parsons. If you run at him, you take away his ability to come and disrupt everything that you're doing. And so I always felt like the Cowboys were good, but the one problem that they were going to have is that they were going to have to outscore teams because any team that can run the ball the way they run the ball can be successful, which is why I thought the two problems that they were going to have were against the 49ers and against the Cowboys. And then another, I mean, against the Eagles. There's no way I thought the Cardinals were going to win because I thought the owner came down at halftime when they were playing against the Giants and be like, hey, bro, number one pick. You need to do something. I think that they lost that game in the Giants because that came from above. I didn't think they were going to try to win any games. I thought they was going to try to go 0-17 unless, you know what I'm saying, at the end they already had the number one pick locked up and then they'll go ahead and try to win at the end. But what happened with the Cowboys is you right, Bill. I do think that they underestimated the Cardinals and what they're doing, but I don't even understand how they did that because the Cardinals were ahead against both the Commanders and the Giants. They just blew it at the end. So I don't even see how you can come in and disrespect because they are everybody on that field is an NFL player. You can't disrespect none of them. Period.
I agree.
And so, but I think the problem was, and what actually came out is the problem that the Cowboys have been having all year. They are great moving the ball from 20 to 20. Far too often, when they get in the red zone, they have to settle for field goals or they score a long touchdowns. And so they have to do, and I think it's very simple. Dak needs to show that he's willing to run the ball again because they're not even playing Dak to run. They are dropping people back and covering everybody and letting the front four, giving them so much time that they get to Dak and throw them off. If you drop everybody like that, I'm going to run the ball because I'm still Dak Prescott. I think all of that stuff changes with their red zone problems. But because after he got hurt, it's almost like he refuses to run the ball. I think that is their biggest impediment, and teams are dropping 8 and just rushing 3 or dropping 7 and rushing 4. That was the problem. So maybe it'll be a wake-up call, and next week they'll play differently when they get in the red zone. But if McCarthy and Dak keep playing this way, it's going to be hard to score in the red zone, which then means if another team can run the ball and score against that defense, it's going to be hard to win games.
Howard.
I mean, what you got,
Listen,
Spectrum?
man, they got their tails whipped by another NFL team. Simple as that. We can pick apart of what this, all that. They got their tails whipped. No excuses. The Cardinals was a better team on the field than the Dallas Cowboys. Just that simple. Yeah, Tony, we got a problem with getting down in the field and in the red zone and not scoring no touchdowns. We definitely do. But Sunday, the defense looked like the Giants defense did when we played them. Horrible. All the way around that game, the Dallas Cowboys were horrible. The Cardinals, and I'm with you on that, Tony. The Commodores barely beat them, and the Giants barely beat them. They could easily be 3-0.
They could
Real
easily
talk.
be 3-0.
They're playing above their heads. They're actually playing better with the
But how
quarterback that
nobody
they got
predicting
now
them to win
than
the
with
Super
Kyler
Bowl?
Murray.
Oh, Kyler
They
Murray
could
done.
easily be 3-0. The game plan was better. They just
And
outplayed
could it
Dallas,
be?
man. It's just that simple.
Um, well, man, I think
Nobody predicting Arizona. I didn't say that.
To
I didn't
win the
say that.
Super Bowl?
Mm-mm.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
predicting Dallas to win the Super Bowl.
man.
I'm never picking Arizona because I think they still trying to get Caleb Williams. So I'm never gonna pick Arizona. But the fact is, they still have NFL players on their team that's trying to play for contracts.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys, man, this is a game that they shouldn't have lost. They should have won this game. I think it was more so what Elliott said. They looked past them, but like Tony said too, Dak ain't gonna run. I think that's over with for him.
No, man, he
No, he's
has
not running.
to. He
He's
has
not
to
though.
though.
He's
He's
not.
not though. I don't think
That
he's
part
gonna
of his
run.
game is gone and over.
No, man. Look, even Tom Brady
He ran
ran when he
Sunday.
forced him to.
He ran Sunday. He
Yeah,
ran
but
a few
that was
times Sunday.
yeah, but he
Listen,
ran, but
man.
that was from the
Listen.
that
They
was from
should have.
the
They should have.
Go ahead, Howard.
They should have run the ball more anyway.
I agree.
You're right, Rashad. They were missing 3 offensive linemen. That doesn't explain how their defense gave up 28 points to the
That
Cardinals.
part.
Forget them.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you can say what you want about the Dallas offense and not doing what they do. Their defense, and it's what I've been saying, everybody was talking about, it's the same thing about the Jets defense. They sitting there, everybody trying to compare themselves to the Steel Curtain or the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens and all of this. When you have a weakness, which the weakness for the Cowboys is running straight at them, most teams don't have the patience to do that because the Cowboys is usually throwing up a bunch of points on them. The fact that the
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys didn't get off on an early start meant that the Cardinals could continue to run the entire game. And that
Right.
is their weakness only
I
because it
disagree with you
negates
on
their
that, but
biggest
anyway,
they
I
they they
disagree with you.
it negates their biggest strength,
I
which is their
disagree with you
pass
on that.
rush. Their biggest strength is the
I
pass
disagree
rush.
with that.
And Diggs hurt because losing Diggs meant that they now have to keep the safeties
They
out
had a
and
few.
not drop them down in the box.
Cardinals had a few. Cardinals had a few big runs. They didn't really run on Dallas. They had a few
Oh
big
Yo,
no.
runs.
they
180
rushed
yards.
yo, dude.
They only
180
giving
yards
up
is
'They
80.
had a
but
few big
dude,
runs,
it ain't about
and they
big
had
They
a
runs.
had
few
It's
big
about
pass
180
staying
plays
on the
yards.
on the
field.
same side that on the same side that my boy that just tore his ACL.
The
Yeah.
previous 2 games, they only gave up 83 yards rushing.
What you say,
Right.
Elliot?
Right.
The previous 2 games, they only gave up 83 yards. They
Right.
gave up
Which
80,
is and Elliot
180
is
plus.
Okay, what I'm trying to
is
tell you
why
is
I think
listen to what I'm saying. If the man,
We can't listen. Howard, you talking from next week to
if
next
you
week.
rush, if one of your runs is 65 yards, one of your runs is 65 yards, and you rush for 180 yards doing it, come on,
He just
man.
need to delete you. Just had a little radio graph.
right. But here's my point though.
There's
So
Rashad.
here's my point. The
Okay, you
giving
go.
up the lines, giving up the runs or whatever, it's the reason why I told y'all when we talked about the
It's still
Jets game. I was like, that OC needs to be fired for giving that boy Bryce Hall, who is that dude, 4 carries. You
Yeah.
can't just because they
Yeah.
stop you a couple times, you can't stop running the ball. The
Mm-mm.
Cardinals were like, we got stopped early, we're not going to stop running the ball. And what did Connors do? 4 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards. Moore breaks one that was long. Then later, 4 yards, 5 yards. They just stayed there. Play action pass because now you're bringing up extra safeties in the box and you're giving up a quick pass to somebody who can pick up 11. They methodically went up and down the field because they negated. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna let you beat me. That's what Bill Belichick said. I'm not gonna let you beat me doing what you do best. If you're gonna beat me, you're gonna beat me with your second or third plan, not with your number one. And nobody to this point has tried to do that. And the Cardinals did it. And now the Cowboys really need to shore that part up when they start playing better teams. I think the Commanders are going to give them a problem because they got a running game.
Yeah. Howard, look, Howard, I'm gonna cut you off. Come back in, man. It's just hard because you be talking to points and we done already moved to another segment. So go back out, Howard,
man. They ain't gonna
and
give
come
Dallas nobody problem.
come back in, Howard. Come back in. Yeah, we can't be speaking those weeks later conversation. We can't. Hell yeah, I'm trying to be good, man, but
I'm tired of this, man.
I
We was
mean, I
working
would.
with it though. We was
Yeah,
working with
we
it.
was
We
working
was
with
like,
it.
we was
We was
trying.
working with it. We was doing the best we could with it, but it was after a while it was starting to sound like he had a problem or something. I was like, oh,
Right. It was funny because he would start moving, and then you gotta
yeah,
wait like 10 seconds, and
10
then the words
seconds.
start coming in. I'm like,
Yeah, 10
yo,
seconds
what
is
in the
too
world?
long, man. We done already stopped the conversation, man. It's
You
them
you'll never
headphones.
know. You'll never know when to jump in
No,
because
you
you
don't.
like,
You don't want to
Uh-uh.
interrupt them,
That
right?
You.
that was
There
a
you
good one.
go.
Yeah, okay, that's
okay,
a little
okay,
better right there. We can
that's a
deal with
little
that.
better
We can
right there.
deal
I
with
can
that.
deal
We
with
can deal
that.
with
That's
that.
just like a 1 second delay. I
It's
can
a
deal
one
with one.
second conversation. Yeah. All right, let's go on, man. Man, Dolphins defeat
No,
the
we're not talking
Broncos
about this. We're not talking about it.
70-20. Hey, what was the record high score in the NFL?
72. And
72.
all they had to do was kick a field goal. I'm actually mad that they didn't go down and kick a field goal because after playing that bad, they deserved to be in the record books. They took that from us. They couldn't even give us the record book of giving up the most points in NFL history. I was mad that they didn't go ahead and kick a field goal and get 73.
Hey man,
Man.
listen, man,
Hey,
listen.
no, hold on. Now, just this is my segment. They did not punt the ball.
The whole
They
game?
went they went for it on fourth down one time and didn't get it. Every other time they touched the ball, they scored a touchdown. Their field goal kicker led in fantasy points just from kicking extra points. What I'm telling you is the Broncos and the defense was supposed to be good. And I'm sorry, Vance Joseph would not have been allowed to get on the team plane and go back to Denver. He would have had to catch Southwest on his own and go home somewhere else because that was the worst defensive showing I have ever seen. I have seen Alabama or Georgia play Southwest Missouri State and their defense play better than the Denver Broncos, who has several. I,
Colorado didn't play well. But go ahead.
no, Colorado gave up 42, not 70.
That's true. Great point. Great point.
And for the first time, I cannot blame Russell Wilson. Yes, he fumbled. Yes, he threw interceptions, but he played a pretty decent game. The problem was they had no chance because, and I told y'all, the Dolphins gonna give everybody a problem. They're gonna give everybody a problem. Right now, I think the Dolphins is tied for my number one. Them and the 49ers. But it's just it was embarrassing. That's why I wore my old black or whatever, because our season already over. It's the funeral. We burying it. I just
No, it
want to
ain't
let
over.
everybody know. Oh, the season is over, bro.
All right, what do you think about that 70 and 0, Elliot?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this: the Broncos didn't. The defense gave up a lot of points, but they played a team that had a Madden-like day. They couldn't do no wrong. They did everything right. They they put up 70 points because they number one, they're probably right now they are the best offensive team in football. And
Facts.
I'm gonna still say the Broncos defense is decent, but when you come up against a team that's playing like that, when everybody is playing at
Bill
their
Belichick didn't give up 70.
man, hey, I'm gonna just gonna chalk it up that they had one of the best offensive days that you can
Oh,
ever have
Elliott,
on the
without
field.
their second best player. Jalen Waddle was on the sideline. He was in street clothes
He
celebrating.
was, he was.
Howard, do you think Sean Payton and Russell Wilson gonna be able to work together?
Nope.
Sean Payton the problem.
Nope.
No, no, he's
Mm-mm.
not, man.
Sean Payton the
Nope.
problem.
Do you think Sean Payton the
Mm-mm.
problem?
I
Yes.
would say a whole lot about it.
Did you hear that interview?
I
Sean
didn't. What did he
Payton,
say?
he's so arrogant. Like your team just gave up 70 points. A reporter is trying to ask a question, and you want to cut him off and be nasty. Where's the question? Like he was not taking accountability at any point. He is the most arrogant
It's
individual, and I gotta admit, I was excited about the idea of bringing him there. But it just goes to show that we underestimate all the actual talent that the Saints have. And if the Broncos don't have that same defense, they don't have those same guys. They don't have the same Drew Brees. They know you can talk about Russ all you want to. He's not Drew Brees. Drew Brees is the most accurate quarterback in NFL history. And so without all of those, Sean Payton, you can't sit there and your name, you just yell at people and then they do what you're supposed to do. And
yes,
he
you
was too
can.
arrogant. He was too arrogant to hire Rex Ryan because he felt like Rex Ryan would have been just as big a personality. So he hires Vance Joseph, and Vance Joseph was a bad defensive coordinator when he was defensive coordinator and then the head coach of the Broncos before. He did that because he wanted to shine. He wanted, and guess what? Their defense, because they have the talent to be a whole lot better than what they are. They were in
They
bad
do, and they
coverages.
will.
They were in bad coverages. They were running. You have a team. You're running a cover four against a dude that has the 3 of the top 5 fastest touchdown scores, and you're playing a cover 4, letting him run across the middle, and then you got one guy who's going to try to catch it. Nobody's catching Tyreek Hill. And they gave up almost 200-yard rushing to 2 players. Come on, man. The
Howard.
That
defense
was a
was
Madden
terrible
like
in its
day.
coaching.
But Tony, you got to give him a little leeway. I mean, you just gave up 70 points. You're gonna be a little irritated. People gonna catch some attitudes.
I tell you what, the one good thing they got going for them is that they got the Bears on the schedule this week.
How
Howard,
about that?
you think Sean Payton and Russell Wilson gonna be able to survive together?
No.
Yeah, great answer. We
I think
like
this
them
is it
short
for
like
Russell.
that. You mean it for Broncos or it for NFL?
For being a starter, I believe.
Oh no,
That's it for
that is
Broncos and
crazy.
being a starter.
Hey, it's
now I do think
265 million reasons why it's got to work out.
right. It has to work out. If it doesn't
See,
work,
there's
this shit, Sean is not out. Sean not out. Russell out.
No,
If it don't
neither
work this
one
year.
of them are out. Neither one of them are out because you can't pay Sean Payton $12 million for the next 5 years after you fire him, and you also can't get rid of Russell Wilson. So guess what ownership will be? Y'all got to make it work. So it is what it is.
That sounds right to me. All right, look.
I still
we
like
got
Russ though.
We got 3-0 teams still left in the NFL. We got the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the 49ers. Which one of them teams is the best 3-0 teams left in the NFL? Anybody can go.
I still got the Niners, man. And the reason why I got the
Dolphins.
Niners is because they have that defense that everybody else has been talking about they have, like the Jets and like the Cowboys and like, whatever is the best defense. The Niners, if you look at who has the most impressive wins this year, the Niners have the most impressive wins. What they did to Pittsburgh was crazy. They played against the Rams, who's an underrated team, and they did that. The Niners, to me, have a running game. I'll admit, I thought Brock Purdy was a flash in the pan, and he is actually showing that
But
he actually is that dude.
neither one of them
So,
teams are that good, Tony. Neither one of them teams are that good, Tony.
I think Pittsburgh beats Dallas tomorrow if they play.
That's just your opinion.
I don't
It took a while
understand.
for that to come
I'm
through,
trying to
bro.
think. I'm trying to think what I was trying to say. Dallas is the best team. I mean, I don't understand. Oh no, you said the Niners. You said the 49ers
No.
was the best.
I said
of the 3 teams left.
No, he said the Dolphins. I said the
I mean
Niners.
the
no. I
Dolphins.
said the
You said
Dolphins.
the 49ers. Elliot,
I
who
said
do
the
you say?
Dolphins.
I say the Eagles, man.
Yeah, I said the Dolphins.
Still early. It's still early, and I just don't think they've played their best ball, but they finding a way to win. They're finding a way to stay in the
I'll agree with
dub
that.
column.
And Elliot, I will agree with you on that. I think we splitting hairs. You know what I'm saying? You can put them in roll of dice, and either one of them come out on top. But I do think at the end of the day, it's going to be the 49ers and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
Whoa, okay.
Hey, look, do y'all think Tua? Let me ask you a question. Do you think Tua is a top 5 quarterback right now in the league for the Dolphins?
He's the most accurate quarterback in the league
He's
right
the
now.
best in the league right now.
Wow.
He's the most accurate. I'm
He's
not
the
gonna say
best
he's
quarterback
the
in the
best,
league right now.
I would still take Pat right now.
He's the
But as
best
far as
quarterback in the league right now.
You'll
if you
take
can
him
keep
over.
him
You'll take him
upright,
over Pat Howard.
Thanks.
Look at him.
He's playing the best. Pat Mahomes, man, hands down the best quarterback in the league. My fault.
Right off the
Tua
top
number
of your
2
head. Do y'all
right now.
think y'all? Elliot, I heard Tony say Pat was the best. You think Tua would be ranked number 2 right now in the league?
I'm gonna say it's still early in the season. He's playing great ball, probably top five.
He
But
top five in the
I'm
league.
picking. Yeah, I'm still myself.
He
I'm
didn't ask you
rolling with
that, man. He
Mahomes.
asked you was he
I'm
playing two.
rolling with Mahomes.
He asked you was he
Okay.
playing two.
He said what?
I
Was he
don't know.
playing number two? Was he
Yeah,
playing
is he
number
number
two?
two?
And I, you can say
Yeah. Yes.
whoever you want. Do not
Yes.
say Josh Allen is better than him. Do not say that.
Oh no, because that's what I was going to tell you.
Oh my God.
What was you gonna
Yeah.
say,
Yes,
Elliot?
sir. That, like I said, top five. I'm going with Mahomes, Allen, um, Herbert, uh, and I even
What
what
about the
go?
Eagles coach? I
What?
mean quarterback.
If you
There
think
you go.
Justin Herbert is
Hurts.
better than Tua Tagovailoa,
I do.
I don't even know what you're looking at.
I take him. I take him before I take two.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is how I can tell you who's a better quarterback. You look at when they're throwing the ball, who's getting jump balls versus who is catching the ball in stride so they can run after the catch. And there is no more accurate quarterback in the league right now, even Mahomes. There's no more accurate quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa. But the thing is, I don't think he has
I said top five.
escapability and playmaking that Mahomes have, which is why I wouldn't put him there. But I'll take him over Allen any day because you know what he's not doing? He's not throwing interceptions and giving it to
Let
the
me ask you
other
a
team.
question. What's that? Would you have taken him? Would you have taken Tua over anybody in any of his seasons other than this year?
I would have. The problem is he keep getting hurt. The problem he's accurate. He's always been accurate.
Well,
Okay.
they got to get him a new neck brace. They got to get him a neck brace, man.
I don't understand what happened. What happened? Tell me what happened.
He just stay getting hurt. That's all. This was I was
Do he
stupid.
be getting hurt in this? I don't. He got spine issues.
No, he got
Spine,
concussion issues.
concussions.
Oh,
He
okay,
keep
gotcha.
the last time people remember him, he was
No,
all balled up because he got slammed on the ground.
that's why he
Yeah.
needed the neck
But he
brace.
was out 3 games.
All right, so he's always probably been this good. He just hadn't had a chance to really shine.
Right. I agree.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Look, man, I just saw something. This really not
He
a real
need the
big
neck
thing.
protector, man.
This
That way he won't hit his head.
Jeez, how we done already moved to the next segment, man. We got Lord Jesus. We done already moved to the next segment, man. You still talking? You still got a little lag.
Hey, man, why you got Spectrum, bro?
Yeah. For something going on, you like a plane. You like in a plane going from country to country. You got jet lag. Oh, look, we got it. Look,
That's a good one.
hey, look, you got jet lag. I just want to see this, man. I thought it was pretty cool. I want to ask you guys a question. We see how we talk about it here, man. We talk about Chad Johnson. He got honored into the Bengals Ring of Honor. So we're gonna look at that a little bit. A couple minutes long, then we'll come back at a question.
Helping with tonight's ceremony, please direct your attention to the field and welcome on behalf of the Bengals organization, Katie Blackburn, Paul Brown, Elizabeth and Caroline Blackburn. Joining them are Ring of Honor members Anthony Munoz, Isaac Curtis, and tonight's jacket presenters and prior year inductees, Ken Anderson and Willie Anderson. Let the ceremony begin. First, inducting the four-time Pro Bowler, the 1988 NFL MVP, the NFL 1995 Man of the Year, Super Bowl 23 starting quarterback, the leader of the pack, number 7, Boomer Esiason. Next up, inducting the 6-time Pro Bowler, 4 straight years leading the AFC in receiving yards, dynamic playmaker and game changer, the franchise leader in all-time receiving yards, number 85, Chad Johnson.
right, that was pretty sweet, man. That he was. Chad look like he
Yeah.
can still play right now too.
Dude, he look
Chad look like
good,
he can
man.
still play,
Yeah,
bro.
Chad look like he can play. My question though, why I said that is just something real quick. Hey man, should Chad Johnson be in the Hall of Fame?
I think so.
Mm.
I think so. And here's the reason why.
Yeah.
So when you think of Hall of Fame, like they said, Chris Carter was famous for saying it's not the Hall of Very Good, it's the Hall of Fame. When you look at it, there are a whole lot of players. Like you look at a player like Steve Largent. Steve Largent was never considered the best receiver in the game. He never led at any time the best. You know what I'm saying? The league. Chad Johnson led the league for several years, and he led the AFC for even more years. He just happened to play with players like Randy Moss and tail end of Jerry Rice and some of those guys. Chad Johnson was that dude. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it on a team that was not like that team. Like he was the only thing, and it wasn't until they got T.J. Houshmandzadeh and they had oh man, I can't think of it. Palmer. Palmer was doing it, and if not for the Steelers rolling up on Palmer's knee, I believe they would have won the Super Bowl that year because they were the best team in the league that year, and a large responsibility of that. With Corey Dillon running, Chad Johnson being on the outside was the reason. I think Chad Johnson should be in the Hall of Fame.
Howard, you go next.
I'll say yeah. That's all.
Okay, Elliot. I appreciate the short answer.
Definitely, man. I mean, I feel like he had more than earned his spot and deserved it, man. He was probably one of the best wide receivers to do it. Like Tony said, I mean, he led the league in receiving yards. I cannot see him not being in the Hall of Fame.
Is he eligible to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to be out 5 years.
Bishop, you don't sound like you don't think he need to be there.
It's borderline, man.
What?
It's borderline. It's borderline. I mean, it's
He ain't
But
got enough
Tony-
rings, huh?
Tony mentioned Steve Largent, which makes me say if Steve's in, he need to be in. But I don't know if
I think
Steve need
Steve
to be
deserving
in there.
of it.
So let me. Would you put him on
No,
par
Steve deserved to
with?
be in here.
Would you put him on par with Andre Johnson?
Is Andre Johnson in?
Would you? Yeah, I'm telling you, Hall of Fame receivers. Would you
Okay.
put him on par with Steve Smith?
I would.
Oh,
I
Steve was
Would
better.
you? Would you
Steve
put him
was
on
Steve
better.
was
par with
better,
Torrey Holt?
but he in
Would
the
you-
conversation.
Would you put him on par with Torrey Holt?
No.
Really?
No. But then
Would you
again,
put him on par with
Leave.
Hines Ward?
no, not even close.
Oh my
Whoa.
God! What
Not
the
even
world,
close.
Steelers
Not even
fan?
close.
He's
Not
way
even
better
close.
than Hines Ward.
Not even close. Not even close.
Oh my
Chad,
God!
what
I
do
don't
you-
know.
What do
you might be a
what do
little biased because
I might be biased. Give me somebody else.
Yeah, give somebody else.
Would you see the other? A lot of the other ones. Would you put him on par with Isaac Bruce?
No.
Whoa.
What?
Same.
Maybe
what
they was on.
conversation.
Listen, maybe they was on the different teams, but maybe it was the team they was on that I look at that.
Would you put him on par with Art Monk?
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
Would you put him on par with Andre Reed?
Y'all give Chad, man. Maybe it's because because he changed his name and maybe that did something to me. I don't know. But
Yo, I'm saying I named a bunch of receivers that I can't say he's better than. I could say that they would at least be on par.
well, maybe
with
I
one
think none of
another.
them guys
it's a
should be in
conversation.
the NFL too. I mean, in the
But
Hall
they're-
of Fame. But they're
but
in.
they're
That's what I'm
in.
saying. That's what I'm saying. They in. So I mean, if they in and y'all think they on par, I don't know if I see Chad. How long did he play?
Yeah.
11 years. I think he played
How
11 years. I
long?
think Chad played 11
Yeah.
years. And out of those 11 years, he was good. Probably what 7, 8 of those years. Were he
He
good?
was good. All of them except for the ones
Yeah.
with the Patriots. Those were the only ones
All
that were
right. If y'all
bad.
say I'll leave y'all to that. If y'all say he should be in, I'll go with y'all. I don't know if I can go. All right. Last thing, man. We got this fight coming up. Canelo versus Charlo is September 30th. I don't know how many boxing fans we got out of there, but I'm trying to think who do y'all got on that.
I feel bad for Charlo.
Canelo gonna knock him out.
Is it and Howard? It's gonna be in the late rounds. All right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Huh?
It's gonna be yes, because you know the late rounds because you got the late echo. All right, go ahead, go ahead. Tony, you know the late rounds because you got the echo, the lateness of the echo. All right, so you think Howard? You think I got you, Howard? You said he gonna get knocked out. Elliot, what you got?
I think Canelo, but it'll be ain't no knockout, being 12.
Yeah. I agree with Elliot. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna beat him down the entire fight, and Charlo's gonna stay away from him. But it's gonna be a beat down where you can't tell. I think it's gonna look like the Spence fight without the knockout. It's just gonna look like that for 12 rounds.
Man, you think it's gonna be lopsided like that?
I think it's gonna be a lot. So I think Charlo in the early rounds is gonna start doing his stick and move and everything until he gets hit one time. Once he gets hit, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, this is a different weight class. I probably shouldn't have came up so high for this."
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So let me um let me ask you a question. Then, if Canelo win, they say that Terrence Crawford is going to jump up and he want to fight Canelo. Two
There's
questions:
no way. No, no.
know that he's not going to jump up, or know that
He's not gonna jump up. But if for some reason he decided to, he shouldn't jump up. That's man. It's one thing being a good boxer. Here's the thing. I don't think that, and I love Bud. I don't think he can do enough damage to Canelo, and I think Canelo will land the bigger shots. So I think it'll go the full 12, and I think there's a chance that he could lose it because I don't think that Canelo is going to be afraid of his power at all, which means he's just going to take those punches. It's going to go a lot like the Floyd fight, except Canelo was way down in the Floyd fight, and he was a lot less experienced then. And everybody said the Floyd fight could have gone either way. I think in this particular case, Crawford will be on the losing end of that. I would not recommend him jumping up that much because that's 3 weight classes for him. No, 4 weight classes for him. No, don't do it.
Elliot.
No, no, that's the same thing. I say don't do it. I think it's gonna happen. He's gonna do it. If that happens, those events occur, he's gonna make that jump, and it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be what he expected. He ain't ready for that.
Man. All right. Well,
I
look.
love Bud. I love Bud, bro. But at the end of the day, they have weight classes for a reason. And it
For a
ain't like
reason.
Canelo. It ain't like Canelo is some bum. Just remember, Roy Jones was that dude. He just jumped too far. And when he got up out of his weight class, out of too far out, he started hitting the canvas. It's just
Mm-hmm.
what it is, man.
Right. That's a good point, Tony. All right, then. Well. My other question to that is, Spence asked for from what we understand, Spence asked for the rematch, but he asked for the rematch at 154, and Charlo, I mean not Charlo, Crawford said we can do it, but we got to do it at 147. Do you think that was right for him to do that? To tell him he not gonna fight him at 154, but he gonna fight him at 147.
There's no win for it at 154. There's no belts on the line. There's no benefit to doing it at 154. Right now, he's the 147 undisputed title holder, and so you're not even going to command the same. That will be a fight with nothing on the line. That would just be for bragging rights and fighting. And at this point, when you're trying to make money, bragging rights.
Right.
Bragging rights is what I did in the ring already.
You agree with that, Elliot?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Gotta do it where it count. 147.
Right, but okay, but I'm saying, because I heard that Spence gave him really the chance to fight him for the belt at 147, and now he going up. You don't think it'll be a big money fight? Cause what he's saying is he'll go up to fight Canelo. Why won't he go up to fight Spence?
Because he'll go up to fight Canelo for belts. That's
Mm.
not just an exhibition. Ain't nobody trying to go up for no exhibition. No, man, I'm trying
Especially
to
when
get
you
big
30,
money
especially when you
fights.
35 too.
Right,
You
right.
ain't got but
You
two
don't
more
have too many
years.
left.
Yeah, you ain't
Yeah.
got but two good fights left. Ain't
At the
used to you to
most.
wait. Yeah. Howard, just nod your head. You think he should? Okay, there we go. We don't care the delay. Just nod your head. All right, man. We appreciate you guys being with us once again. We'll be back next Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. for more sports talk unfiltered. Man, it was a great conversation on. Okay, go ahead.
He
Hold
talking.
up, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hold it.
Go ahead. Howard, we gotta
Hold
go.
it.
We can't be on the 10:45.
Wait.
What about the games, man?
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Howard. You're
What
right.
about
You
the
threw me off.
games?
You threw me off. Yeah, you threw me off. Good call, Howard. I'm just saying, if we wait on you, we be on the 11 o'clock. Wait on your result. We have to finish and lead the broadcast stream. All right. Let me see what's going on here. We got to get the games. Let me get the schedule. Good call, Howard. I almost forgot.
That's hilarious, bro. Because look, it took him. You know what? It's like. Talking to Howard is like talking to the dude from Harlem Nights. You know the boxer.
I did that.
Take your time.
All right, man. We got to go to who you got. We got to get to who you got. Let's get the games for this week. We're going to look at what we got. Right now, this is the record coming on. Tony on. Oh, let me put you back on, Tone. All right, my bad. There you go. All right, here we go. This is the record for
Oh
right now.
Lord, here so it begins. You pick first. You pick first.
You're right, baby. Man, you're right. You know exactly what I'm doing.
All you needed was one win, and that's all
All
you
I
needed.
needed was one win, baby boy. Hey, look, man. I don't know why y'all just don't pick like me. I don't know why you just don't pick like me. I got such a great record. All right, let's
You
go.
still got 17 L's like everybody else. So
Yeah. I don't have. No. I'm the only one that got 17 L's.
One game.
I'm the only one that got 17 L's. All right,
One game. We know this is a two-man race at this point.
Yeah, that's great. It's like this every year.
Right now.
All right, let's go. Who you got? We got the
It ain't no.
Lions. We got the Lions.
It ain't
Packers.
no.
Who we got? Howard, you go first. Lions, Packers. Hold up. Hey, write it down on a piece of paper and hold up the paper. There ain't no lag on that. Just hold up the paper.
How
Give
you
me
just
Detroit.
text yours?
Yeah.
I got
Howard.
Detroit.
I'm with Detroit too. Let's go.
Hold up.
I got Detroit. Who you got, Howard?
Packers.
Yeah. You might have to hold yours up.
Packers.
We'll be here at midnight. All right, we got Falcons, Jaguars. I got. Give me the Falcons.
You got the Jags.
I got the Jags.
Howard. Jags. All right. I got you, Howard. Yeah, we can read your lips too.
Jaguars.
Rams.
Yeah.
Rams, Colts. Man, it's a rough one, man.
I got the Rams.
Oh, that is a tough one.
How you got?
Come on, study long, study wrong. Let's go.
I got the Rams. That's gonna be a good one though.
Give me the Colts. All right, who you got, Howard?
Colts.
Man, that was right on time.
Right? He didn't mean that.
He didn't.
What you pick?
All right. Ravens, Browns.
You got the Browns.
Ooh. Man, that's a good one. Man, they both need that one. That's early. Give me the Ravens.
I'll
Mm.
take the Ravens too. Who you got out? All right, Ravens.
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 There it is. Vikings, Panthers. Vikings, Panthers.
Vikings.
Yeah, I got Vikings too.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings too. All right, Vikings.
Howard, just shout yours out as soon as he named them.
Vikings.
Don't even worry
Yeah,
about waiting. Just
yeah,
shout it
yeah.
out.
Just shout it out as soon as I name it. Bengals, Titans. Bengals, Titans.
Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals on this
I
too.
Uh,
got the Bengals too.
Bengals.
There it is. Buccaneers, Saints. Buccaneers,
God,
Saints.
this actually hard too because I don't trust Jameis.
Ooh.
God, I can't pick Baker Mayfield, but shucks, I'm gonna have
I'm gonna
to.
go with the
I
Bucks.
yeah, I gotta go with the Bucks too.
Saints.
I got the Saints.
All right, we got Dolphins. Dolphins, Bills. Dolphins, Bills.
I got Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins too.
Bills at home.
Give me the Dolphins.
All right, we got Broncos, Bears. Good God, Broncos, Bears. Broncos, Bears. I'm
The
going
I got
Suck
the
Broncos.
Bowl.
Broncos.
I'm going with the Broncos.
Who you got, Elliot?
Broncos.
That ain't what you said, Tony.
This
Broncos.
is the Suck Bowl. I got the Broncos.
Um, the Commanders, Eagles. Commanders, Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
I
I'm
got
going
the
Eagles.
Eagles.
Who you got, Elliot?
I'm going with the Eagles.
All right.
Eagles.
All right, we got the Steelers, Texans. Steelers, Texans. Steelers.
I got
I'm
the
going with
Steelers.
yeah, I'm going with the Steelers on this too.
Texans.
Wow, Howard just like being at the bottom.
We got Raiders, Chargers. Raiders, Chargers.
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 500.
Chargers.
Chargers.
All right, we got 49ers, Cardinals. 49ers, Cardinals. I'm going 49ers.
Niners.
49ers.
Yeah.
49ers, man.
All right, we got Cowboys, Patriots. Cowboys, Patriots. I'm going with the boys.
I got the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the boys too.
You already know.
No, I don't.
Right?
Chiefs, Jets. Chiefs, Jets. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, we all got the Chiefs, bro.
Chiefs.
Gotcha. All right, last game, baby. Seahawks, Giants. Seahawks, Giants.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks too.
I got the Giants.
Seahawks.
Ella, you might make up some ground. Howard picking with us.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, that was the last game, fellas. Appreciate you, Howard, for making me remember that. We'll see y'all guys next week, next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. for Sports Talk Unfiltered. Peace out,
Let's
fellas.
do it.
all right, guys.
Go Buffalo.